I was doing probably like 3 a day, like messaging 3 boyfriends a day. I was like, no dad, I'm a honey trapper now. I'm just gonna move this so that I don't end up staring at myself the entire time. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am gonna do a story time. Hi. So I'm looking kind of glam, which is like unusual for me on, it's a Sunday today. I filmed this makeup so it'll either be already up or coming up. But today I am gonna tell you about a little story of something that happened in lockdown 1. So where to start? Okay. So I'll just start from the beginning. You know what? I'm actually just going to show you. I'm going to watch it myself so that we can like react to it together. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a chapter. Okay, so the weirdest thing ever, right? But stay with me. So this girl messaged me on Instagram saying, can you message my boyfriend and see if he cheats? So I was like, oh my God, what? But yes, of course. And she said she'd send me money, which of course I was like, no, you don't have to do that. And can you follow him on Instagram and then start with, I think I met you through friends. Pause it if you need to read. So I messaged him on Instagram saying, I think I've met you through friends, am I right? Which he told me to. And he put, I think I'd have remembered you. Which friend? So of course I was like, oh my God, what do I say? I don't know which friend. So I reverted back to the girlfriend. Okay, so she replied saying, that was so fast, and say he knows to do blank. So I said, I'm on it. I'll let you know. Okay, so he said he felt like he was being punked, but then I started flirting and he said he liked it. So I asked him about the girl in his pictures and he said it was his sister. He then asked for my snap and like for part 2. So obviously that's a lot. After I posted that video and after that situation happened and I did part 2, the video got like nearly 700,000 views, a lot of comments, and I got a lot of girls, women, fiancés, girlfriends DMing me on Instagram asking for the same thing. So that was a lot and I began to start doing them. Now obviously this had a lot of mixed opinions, and I can imagine you watching as either thinking, oh, that's so sweet of her, or what a freak, why would she get involved in something like that? Those different opinions are exactly what was going on in my head, to be honest. And the people on TikTok and the people like around me, like my dad, did not get it. I was like, no dad, I'm a honey trapper now. He was like, come again? Sorry, what? So as this was going on, and I was doing more of these, which you can see them all on my TikTok. I'm not going to put them all on here and bore you to death with them. If you want to go watch them, you can go watch them. I'm just talking about here my thoughts on what happened, everything, all that jazz. As I was doing more, I was doing probably like 3 a day, like messaging 3 boyfriends a day. And sometimes they would take longer. And I probably only posted about 6 of them on TikTok, but I did this for like 3 months, and a few of the times that I was doing it, I began to get very invested in these relationships and like the situations that were happening and the individual woman's story, like what she was going through, like why she felt the need to do this. And although it was making me feel great that I was able to help them and get clarification, it was also making me feel like an enabler of toxic behavior in a way. So I'll give you an example of one of the people that I didn't post. Her boyfriend was being very like forward with me, and she basically just kept saying to me like, please will you just a bit more, and I was like flirting more with him, sometimes saying stuff that made me feel like physically ill. Like, I'm not particularly that way inclined when it comes to speaking to men, but she wanted me to be like seriously forward. Anyway, it got to the point where she wanted me to ask if he would meet me, and this boy actually said that he would meet up with me, to which she then sent me a voice note of her saying, well, I was supposed to see him tonight, so I'm gonna text him. Apparently he messaged her back or called her and just cancelled their plans, and she was like devastated. And that just like broke my heart, because I was like looking at it as as if I was like the person that had forced that. Like, I know that kind of thing would have happened and she was so much better off without him. Like, she deserved so much better. But still, if I hadn't have come along and got involved in this behaviour, then maybe this wouldn't have happened. Now, there was good situations. Like, for example, there was this one girl, she said to me, like, will you message him? So I messaged him. Would you follow him? So I followed him. He didn't follow me back. He didn't DM me back. And then she said, please, would you just send him a question mark? So I sent him a question mark and he replied saying, I've got a girlfriend. So I screenshot, sent it to the girlfriend, and she's like, amazed. Can't believe that. It was fairy tale ending. And then even better, to add on top of that, she then obviously told her boyfriend what she had done, and he DM'd me saying, you've been found out. She's told me. Fair play though. And I thought, you know what, this is the kind of ending that I want to see. But unfortunately, it was less that way than it was the other. So as I said, I did this in lockdown 1, and I still to this day, like, it's been what, 6 months, I still probably every day get messages. Obviously it's not the same volume because the video isn't still circulating on like the For You page, but I still get messages probably like every day, if not every other few days, of women asking me to do this for them. So the reason why I wanted to make this video was kind of just to talk about it a little bit and talk about relationships and like my opinion on the whole thing that I did, and just kind of get it off my chest, because it's been something that I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I even did that, you know? To start off with why I stopped, I started to get way too invested in the individual stories. So like, I would spend days at a time like talking to these women and these girls, and after something bad would happen, like obviously it was very uplifting when nothing bad happened, but a lot of the time bad shit did happen, and I was like doing the most to try and make these girls feel better, which is just like natural to me. It was like completely taking over my head, you could say. The only gratification that I got out of it was when either these guys didn't do anything wrong, or whether the girlfriend like realized, shit, I need to leave him, and actually got out and then told me about it. But it tended to be the case that these girls would leave and then not communicate with me again. So I would be sat there thinking, did I just completely fuck up someone's relationship, someone's marriage, someone's engagement, someone that has a child with someone, for what? So yeah, that's kind of why it fully stopped. Yeah, like my general feelings about it now are more that I was like an enabler of bad behaviour. That is not me. In my own relationships, I am quite like, I know how to handle myself. Because I've had to go through situations where I don't know how to handle myself, I'm fairly good at that. I can list the names of people that have helped me reach that point, because you know, we've all got to have our friends that will, come on Ebby, get the hell out of there. I'm actually just gonna go on TikTok and read some of the comments from those videos, because I feel like it would be quite interesting for you. Right, so this comment has 168 likes. It's a woman saying, in my opinion, girls should never get involved in things like this. It never ends well and it's just a bad idea overall. I was doing it, but I agreed with that because these girls wanted help and I wanted to give them help. If it never ends well, then the girl that knows she was right then can leave there with the solid proof. So that's someone like justifying it, which that's the problem. In my head there was like this like two-way battle going on between the fact that I was like, this is so toxic of me to get involved with, but these girls need me, because if they're not believing their own gut, then they need the proof, you know? Do not agree with this at all. If you don't trust him, don't be with him. It's simple as. I would have loved someone to have done this for me. Imagine doing this, and then a clown emoji. Oh my god, nowhere is safe. That was from a man. Don't get involved with girl drama. It's always a bad idea. It's quite sad how insecure some girls are. Like, I wouldn't dream of doing this. No trust, no relationship. I feel like that's actually, it's valid. It's fully valid. But like, if you can't trust your own gut because you've never had to do that before and you're in this relationship and you love someone, how are you supposed to know to trust yourself? And it's hard to determine whether what you're feeling is right. And like, I do believe that you should always trust your own gut, but communicate it first, if that makes sense. I definitely feel like talking about relationships and stuff is something that I'm quite like strong with, and I really enjoy being able to like help these girls out and like kind of coach them through what they were dealing with, especially because I was so involved. But I definitely feel like had I been able to go back and do it again, I probably would have replied to all of the girls that I replied to, but instead of saying, sure, of course I'll help, saying, talk to me more about what's going on first before you get involved in something like this. Because realistically, do you want to do this, or do you think that doing this is already crossing the line. So I guess that's my general consensus on the whole thing now. I would love if you guys would comment, leave me any of your thoughts. If anybody wants to talk to me about anything, I say this on my Instagram all the time, but my DMs, my comments are always open, and I am so down for talking about more normal stuff on the internet, relationships and that kind of thing. And if you're interested in watching the rest of them, my TikTok is EBYMAUDE. I will put it on the screen. Like I said, there is a few more stories on there, and yeah. So I'm going to leave this video here. I feel like I explained my point of view quite well and what I thought on the whole situation, and I kind of just wanted to have like a general sit down story time. I'm very interested in doing more videos like talking about real life stuff, so if you have any suggestions or just want to talk, my DMs are always open, and all the normal YouTube stuff. Bye!